A very good Sunday afternoon, my people. Can you believe it's almost August? So that said, let's start, and we will do our part one, that is a deep breathing exercise. Let's have a reminder. Are we all trying to breathe through 5 seconds in, 5.5 seconds in, and 5.5 seconds out? That you should gently breathe that way throughout the day. But now we're doing deep breathing. So this is based on a Taoist exercise that the goal really is to help just to open up all the fascia, open up all those little meridian lines, and open up all those meridian line points. Shoulder width, bend your knee naturally, your hands up slowly, as if you are hugging a tree. We'll do 10 times together. Close your eyes. You breathe in as deep as you can with your nose, out your mouth. Now we'll move to our part two, 10 energy movements. We have the first 6 movements. We're going to do the more professional, the more energy-based version. And then today we'll be teaching the 7th movement. Very good. Very good. Now we will do the first version of it. Ha! 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 Now, last two. Now we will get some water. Make sure we just stick through 70 ounces warm water every day. Do not wait until you are thirsty. So today we're going to teach you this movement, the seventh movement. Seventh movement really is to help to strengthen the liver and kidney. So, but I am going to teach you quite a bit today, because before our version was simply help you to reduce your stress, get the anger out, reduce the stress. But now what we're going to teach you is how to help you to have more a balanced liver energy. So there are several. One is that we will teach you, we call chant. Chant is the hand movements. Hand movements has a lot to do with Kung Fu, with the Kung Fu monks and how they fight, and also has a lot to do with longevity. Because before, everybody can do it, but this one, I want you to pay attention and learn and do it correctly. We call that yin and yang da fa. is one of the great methods to balance your yin and yang through this. So now, horse stand. So you go as low as you feel comfortable. If you want to stand for now, it's okay. And if you want to just do a half horse stand, it's okay. To do a complete horse stand, that's fine too. Is, as you can see, that you open up your hips, right? You really, by standing like this, you are strengthening your yin, the 6 yin and yang, the leg meridian lines, and also your dual meridian lines on the back, right? And then this is one of the best way to strengthen the leg and lower back and spine muscles as well. So horse is called horse stand. And you do a horse stand. And then this is 固法, 握固之法. 握 is that how you make a fist. But this way is a little bit different. You put your thumb in like this first. The thumb need to naturally touch 劳宫. This is the point of 劳宫. This is a very important point in traditional Chinese medicine that will help with the yin and yang deficiency. So when you hold your hands, you naturally hold like this and put your fingers like this. So this is called the 握固之法. Right, the other hand as well. 劳宫, just naturally, it's not so tight, okay? So, and then you put your hands naturally next to 掌门. So these 2 points, right here, and just the lower 1 cun above the lower ribs. This is 掌门. 掌门 is where the spirit, the soul of your liver stays. It's a gate of the soul of your liver. We will talk more about this. And also, if you have anxiety, depression, stagnation, what we want you to do, remember, we want you to raise your arms like this to really open up 两胁. And then the next thing we want you to do the massage. Remember the liver energy, stagnation, clear massage. We want you to gently open this gate. So let some air in, right? So I want you to use 握固之法. Put it next to 掌门. So your shoulder should be naturally, don't do this. Okay, naturally relax. Horse stand. And your face and your head look directly the front, and then now slowly you let the energy of your fist guide you. And now your eyes should open up your eyes. Open your eyes, because that's, again, that has a lot to do with the liver energy. And follow the face. Open it. Turn. Bring it back. The same. Look at my thumb. Open the thumb first. Turn. And you're doing that by open up all those yin channels. And you turn your hand. So again, 握固之法. 握固之法 is who invented 握固之法. Babies, when they are born, if you look at their hands, it's always be naturally, because this is one of the best way to create healthy yin and yang energy. 劳宫, hold it, right? When you open it, open your thumb first, open and turn. Right now you have opened up the 6 radiant lines on your arms and turn again. Now you've said yin and yang, balance of yin and yang. So this is 卧固之法. 卧固之法 is one of the very foundational Kung Fu or energy. If you really are into learning energy and longevity, this is one of the 卧固之法 that you will. There's 108 different kind of hand and how do you use your legs and how do you use your hands for the purpose of balancing your health and create longevity, right? So again, 张门, and then the other thing you need to pay attention to is how it's as if you are about to bite, but before that, because after that, I'm going to teach you how to chant. One of the basic sound of liver is chant. Before you bite, it's like, oh, you make a fake smile, right? Tree, and then naturally this sound will come out. Tree. So that is how I want your face to be. And this is how I want your hands and where 张门, right? The gate of your liver, right? The horse stand. And your eyes. The eyes, make sure your eyes is open wide. So I'll stop here, give you a little bit of time to practice. And the next time, if we don't get 卧固之法, if we don't get the hands, or you still feel I need to review it once more, and we'll review it once more. It's just a little bit difficult, but if you feel uncertain and you still want to just release the stress, I just want to stress out and go and do that. But this one is more for longevity, more for the balance, and that is more for the stress release. Okay. So I will just leave a couple minutes to ask questions about this movement and see, if whoever has a question for me before I move on to our today's topic.
Dr. Liu, it's a little bit unclear to me as to whether or not we should be chanting, or is the emphasis?
We're not chanting because we're not releasing the stress only. You could do both versions. We are learning this new way of holding it within, right? That will help to balance the liver energy. So the key is your eyes. Your eyes should be wide open. The key is to learn this 卧护之法, right? Learn this one. And the key is to put your face like this as if you're about to bite just before the biting. So later on, we'll learn that 六字真言, right? The 6 most healing sound. And then the key is the 掌门 here. Let's hold the 掌门 and do the horse stand. So these are the key points for today, right? And then the 卧护之法 is that this is 卧护之法, okay? And I'll teach you a different type of 掌法, the hand posture.
It's amazing how precise and how fluid. Really beautiful, Dr. Liu. There is just a really quick question, whether you could demonstrate again the sequence, speed, and number of repetitions you would with this particular movement that you're showing us.
We will continue to do 5 times each movement, right? How we do that is that if we put it together, the horse, then follow. It's like your feet is like guiding you out. You're just guiding out by this. Your hands focus on this.
Sorry, one last question, Dr. Liu. Before, when we released the sound, it was with an exhale. Is there anything that is required breath-wise with the movement?
You just breathe in as deep as you can, breathe out as deep as you can. But you can do both. You can strengthen your liver energy, and then you can also release the stress, right? That just get the release, get the stress out. But this one is more of, because what I'm teaching you is more qigong now. It's more of the energy healing, right? It's more of the getting the energy, work with the energy. We're just a deeper level now. So next week, I will review again. If you feel you're still uncertain, don't worry about it. Just go back to the basics, and we will next week we'll do again. So today I thought we would talk a little bit about, well, today I don't think we can finish this topic, but it's been a kind of in my mind, or when I meditate, has appeared itself to help people to understand in the deeper level about their sleep and their dreams, and sometimes they have vision, right? So what is it in traditional Chinese medicine, in my tradition, that how do we see that? So there's a variety of reasons. For last couple teachings, we try to help people to understand what is zheng qi? There's two types of energy. We say really one of the fundamental, not system, but the things that we're doing as medical doctors, as healers, as learners, as seekers is really to get the energy. What is zheng qi? Is the energy that promote healing, is really the energy that come the correct time, the correct amount, the correct channel, doing the correct things for our body. 邪气 is the opposite. So how do we, the goal of medicine, one of the goals of medicine is to help people to promote more of zheng qi and get rid of more of the 邪气. That's why when you come to clinic, that one of the symbol we want you to do is we want you to leave your shoes outside, because the same pronunciation, 去邪 is get rid of the energy that is not supposed to show up, right? To promote the energy that is supposed to show up, because that energy then will work with the flow of our systems and to keep ourselves well. So that's been said, is that why it's important to work with the energy, right? We said, we did that teaching, which says, well, every 2 hours we have a manager, that manager help to manage the team of the system to do what it's supposed to do. So according to traditional Chinese medicine, one must sleep 8 hours, and then to look for the imbalances. Let's say I've been treating modern society people for a year, so I think there are 3 big categories. One is that is the yin and yang deficiency, is the energy that is not during the day you're supposed to have the yang energy, during the night you're supposed to have the yin energy. Again, please do not think this is good and evil or good and bad. This is just 2 types of energy. Supposed to yang energy, supposed to follow the sun, supposed to create, give us energy to create actionally, oriented items for us. We farm, we go to work, we study, we do all kinds of interactions with ourselves as other humans, with nature. And yin energy, when the yin energy comes on, then one will begin to feel sleepy, and then you have to sleep to be able to nourish the yin energy. So if you are sleepy during the day, if you cannot sleep in the night, then this 2 type of energy is off, right? And then you say, oh, I gotta go and see Dr. Lu, get this yin and yang figured it out. So, and then the other type really is deficiency, the blood and energy deficiency. People are too weak. Either the energy show up the irregular times that cause harm to our system, or the energy show up the right times, but they are too weak. So the symptoms for this is that people will feel they have very light sleep. They cannot sleep deep. Then oh, I have blood deficiency, right? And then third is the gut related. A lot of people that the diet is off, the time of eating is off, the amount of eating is off. There's a lot of offs. Then that, or eat too late, right? Then think about this energy show up, right? Oh, I'm showing up to help you to sleep. But wait, I need to get that big burger out of your digestive system first, okay? And those fries you'll eat around 9 p.m. or the pizza you order around 10 p.m. But after I've done that, I will help you to sleep. After you've done that, you are showing up in the incorrect time and you won't be able to sleep well. So these are 3 big things, that big categories we often help people to manage, right? And then from one may lead to another, from always eating late, not sleep 8 hours, not sleep the correct times, and then eventually will lead to blood deficiency, energy deficiency, weakness. And then from the weakness, you have the yin yang shi he, that they are just not working together anymore. So we will go through each in later teachings. How do we help you to balance that, right? But you see, during the 9 hours, right, you're supposed to be sleepy. The most important sleeping hours is from 11 to 5. And then at 9 or 9:30, you should be in bed already, and you get up around 6. So those are the hours you should protect that, just to let your body have, because the yin energy is the mother of yang energy. For you to have really good energy the next day, you got to nurture it, you got to nourish it. If you don't, then the next day you won't be able to. So these are the basic ideas of what you need, right? Why you need to sleep during those hours. So dreams. So what are the two main organ systems that will nurture you in time? In time is 9 time. Is your liver system and your lungs. So the liver system, that we said there are variety of checklist. A liver system will help you to manage, right? And besides this lifetime health, liver system is where, remember we said there are pieces of souls that are hosted in different organ systems. So Hun is that part that has always been with you through the rhythm of reincarnation, right? That's your oldest faithful companion and friends that will carry you through until you complete your journey, become incarnated. Again, if you say, I don't believe the reincarnation at all, just hear it as a story. Just hear it as a story. So that piece of that soul, right, the reincarnated many times, that piece, or if you're a young soul and you have less reincarnation, right, but that piece, that will begin to be more active around 1, 2, 3. So if the dreams, some of the dreams, right, it could be just your yin energy, your energy going through different systems and clean it up, right? If you have, that's why during the day you have to do accordingly. So during the night, always try to make the energy flow smoothly without stagnation. Because anytime if you encounter any stagnation, any inflammation, any toxins, then your body has to work extra hard to clean that up. So but it's inevitable, right? During the process, that may lead to some dreams. But that's one type of dream. And the other type of dream is that you may just have a remembrance of your previous lives that could also show up as a part of the dream, right? So, and then the other part during the night is a guidance, a leading energy force. That's your lungs. Your lungs is where Po lives, right? Po is that piece of soul will carry you throughout this lifetime. So that a lot of times when you, let's say, and then that's the lungs, right? We know that if you think too much, then not only you weaken the spleen system, but also spleen system is the mother system of the lungs, then you also weaken the lungs. So when the lung system comes down and try to clean you up, try to move the energy through, that may give you some dreams. So, and then the other part, it could be that if you really have very deep sleep, right, that can also lead to some vision, which we will talk about that. Well, that will lead to, you know, when you meditate, sometimes you see some vision, right? And sometimes when you sleep, you also see some vision. So that's the basic things that we say. That's why you have dreams. You have dreams because the energy is trying to clean you up and clean up the stagnation, and that because we have to understand that the things we can see during the day is very limited compared to what the universe, what's the nature actually is happening, right? Let's say if you live with a cat, that they are the connectors of different worlds, right? So then they have their thing, but you're not aware of what they're doing at all. But more you open up, you will become to be more aware of, oh wow, you know, my cat is talking to a spirit. So instead of being shocked, and that is just a part of when you are open up, you see more what's going on in the world, right? Because you only can see certain dimension. Once you open up, you will be able to see more dimensional. So during the night is the same, right? Is that when your energy clean you without your mind being there to be the nuisance, then you will begin to experience different dimension. And sometimes that the thinking, you have too much thinking, that sometimes can also show up in the dream. And I would say, oh yeah, that is just because of that. But all these things that what I am trying to inspire you or tell you is that just be open-minded and enjoy it instead of saying, well, what is that and what is that? And then begin, eventually you'll be able to interpret some of those fun things. Do it with fun, do it with joy. If you don't know what that dream means, ask me, or just simply have a wild guess. It's all excellent. So, and the next time we'll talk about from dreams, meditation to when you see a vision. How do you bring that vision come true? Ask me questions. I will leave room for questions. And if, you know, I also have a vision I want to share with you all. And if we have time, I'll share a little bit today. If it's not, and we'll wait until next time, because I need all of you to support that vision, to be a part of that vision. Move your little butterfly wings. We shall change the world.
Dr. Liu, how amazing. How long do we have you today? Lots of questions for you. You know, one interesting thing that dawned on me, Dr. Liu, is that when working with patients is they start out saying, oh, I don't ever remember my dreams. I sleep, I wake up, there's no such a thing. And then as they progress through treatment, it starts to change. So that transformation is so fascinating to go through that with them. Could you talk a little bit about that process?
So we used to have an old say, we say, 圣人无梦. That means if you're true immortal, you probably won't have dreams because you are already seeing in different dimensions, but we aren't. So we have dreams. So begin to have some dreams, especially before you wake up those hours, and that is a very positive change. That means you have deeper sleep. So that from a health perspective, that is really a big improvement from your part. So if you haven't had dreams for a long time, and don't worry about it, because with the exercise and with the treatment, you will be able to. But that's why it's that you sleep deeper, and then that you also have when your energy clean you and then lead you to see a little bit of different dimension, or when it clean you. Let's say some people says, oh, in my dreams, I really have this, I just run away from bad guys. I don't even know who they are. What does that mean? That means your energy is trying to clean up and bring together your heart and kidney system. So then when the heart system is the heart fire, right? Remember we said this, one of the movements is we diminish the heart, unnecessary heart fire, because the heart fire should be within the heart system, should not be out. So if the energy is trying to get the system back into your heart system, and you may have a dream by doing that process, you may have a dream of those, and you're running, feel really tired. Oh, we got really, oh, what is this? That is just, your heart is just trying to clean you up. No big deal. If you dream a black cat, what does that mean? That means you have a visitor, right, from a different dimension, trying to just, because they are curious creatures as well, right? They want to see what you're doing, if they're your friends or not. No big deal at all, right? If you dream about someone you really dislike, that could just mean that your mind, right? Your mind, your energy is trying to clean up certain things in your mind and let you see a different perspective. So always remember what you hate the most today, this morning, maybe what you love the most this afternoon. Just let the energy pass. Do not give a second thought. Do not create a thought. That really is the flow of the energy during the night, and then your energy is naturally is doing that without your mind put a lot of blocks to it. I hope that answered your question.
That does. Thank you, Dr. Liu. We have a question about how best to stop repetitive anxious dreams at 3 a.m. in particular.
So 3 a.m., that really is part of the liver deficiency, part of beginning of the lung deficiency. So we would, in this case, we would help to balance the gut system to really strengthen the mother of the lungs, so that you will have less anxiety and also reduce the liver stagnation. So then your heart will be able to host those 7 emotions better. But a positive thing is that your body is still strong enough trying to overcome those stagnation for you. But if you have repetitive, those kind of anxious dreams, that means you will need herbs and you will need some treatment, because your body is crying out for help.
Dr. Liu, since dreams vary depending on the time of the night, how do we decipher, what is a guidance versus what is an inspiration versus whether it's just something to sort of that is transforming?
My dears, for now, you don't.
Are you going to help us with that? Should I make an appointment for that?
Eventually. And now you just let it flow. You let it flow. Work with you. Let it flow, right?
And enjoy it.
And then, because we're still learning this, so we are young in our journey yet. So give it time.
Okay. We have a couple of questions about meditation. We have a listener who enjoys meditating before bed. Is there a disadvantage to this? Is first thing in the morning better? Would both be good?
No. You meditate, that we may teach you a different set of meditation, right? It depends on what's the purpose, right? If it's purpose, I assume you want to have a good night's sleep when you meditate before night, and then there's a set that you can do, can help you to promote that. It just help your energy to run a little bit more smoother. And if you meditate in the morning, I suppose what you want is just to have more energy during the day, more balance during the day. And then there are certain things we can teach you to do that can help you to achieve that. But both are good. Both are good.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. As listeners are advancing a bit in their meditation practice, and as you said, to be open, to not be, that sometimes you will have visions, sometimes you will have visitors. What's your recommendation for continuing to be open and not maybe be wary of what comes up? I guess, the question from the listener is about, whether they're encountering spirits or a good imagination. But I think what I'd like you to highlight is, how do we just continue to grow our practice without sort of being sidetracked by what might come our way?
If we're doing it together, you're on the correct track. Because what we are doing is we're not forcing it, we're doing it, we're letting the energy, your own energy, the energy of nature to lead the way. So we're not, because sometimes if you do it too fast, if you do it with too much of the ego, just to show what you can do, that you can be harmed by it. But if we do it like this, slowly, step by step, you won't be. And what we provide here is our clinic is it's one of the fundamental things we do is we do it step by step, we do it safely. Right? A lot of people come and, I tried this and that just throw me off. Why would you do that? Right? Because your body didn't get here in one day, won't get you out in one day. We just have to do with the rhythm. It cannot be rushed. We have many lifetimes to learn why we're always rushing things. Why indeed?
Thank you, Dr. Liu. I think, this is such a deep topic, and we can go in many directions. I think maybe we'll pause here for questions. If you would like to take a few minutes and share with us your vision, I know I would personally love to hear it.
So, not my vision, our vision is, let's have a farm together. So, because for years, a part of my observation is that our people don't have a platform besides the clinic to communicate, to learn from each other, to be with each other, and to be more with nature. So time has come. So the vision is, let's have a farm. Let's teach all of you how to do regenerative farming, and let's help children, your children or children and other beings to really have a different way of life, a way of a nourished life. So everyone will have a small piece of land, will learn how to farm, and we'll share those skill set. It's not just farming skill set, but we'll share, we'll create a community. So this farm will manifest. So we will, from a vision, we will talk more and create a plan together. But I want all of you to meditate on this vision with me. Then, like I said, with your little butterfly wings, we're all little butterflies, and we can together just continue to have our little safe boat sail through these difficult times. So that is the vision. The vision is we will all see each other on our own farm, and our clinic will be out on a farm as well. And I will be doing more teaching, and we can all learn together. So how's that?
Absolutely love it. I love the idea of having a platform, Dr. Liu, for creating community, and just also, I think, just the beautiful legacy of leaving something for the next generation. And
Yes,
you know,
yes, we
gosh,
we need to save nature, save land. What we want to leave is the pure water, untouched land, and a way of life. What we don't want to leave them is 3 computers, 5 phones, 7 iPads. These are useless things.
thank you so much, Dr. Liu. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Wu. Inspirational.
Thank you, Dr. Liu.
Your wisdom is much appreciated. Goodbye.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. Thank you, Sarah. Great teaching today.
Hi, Dr. Liu. Thank you. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Dr. Liu.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. Thank you, Sarah.
Many messages of gratitude, Dr. Liu, just coming through the chat box here. Thank you again.